when you think about this, when you dissect this entire thing, it is an indictment on our society on a whole, that we, like you said, we have normalized, we have glorified violence, right? We have
Aggression.
also normalized in our society aggression. Like, so if you can be weak, being weak is seen, like even women will have good men in their lives, and then I mean, you see, well, you just
You can't defend me a road.
you can't defend me
Yeah,
a
man,
road. What the fuck? I mean, sorry, YouTube people. You see, me not try to cuss from last week. I cussing when me went to cuss last week. I mean, I try bully back. It come out this week. Really? So the man is a good man to you. He can provide for you. He have a good job. Character wise, he's a good man. But you don't want him.
the
Why?
violence,
He
the
can't,
funny.
he can't defend your road. So you will go and pick up when I quang at them. And for those of you who don't know what a quanger is, let me give you the quanger definition. This one, have no job, in probably thief and lie, probably is a criminal. Very
No, Quenga is a criminal.
Yes,
Quenga is a man who make
criminal.
dopey.
Yes, very much a criminal.
Probably a contract killer or
Right.
something to that effect.
Aggressive, a toxic person who would have probably have no qualms putting his hands on you as a woman. But is that one?
Anybody else to that
And
matter of fact.
anybody else for that, but that is the one that women desire, because that one can defend our road,
Again, again.
even though the quenga can maybe not put no food in your pocket, no in your belly, he probably not give you no money, and he can't put a roof over your head. However, he can defend your road. You know,
But again, because but
so
this but
other
Trina,
people.
this is normal. Because we think human being thinks are we better than animals, you know. But in animal kingdom, females go for the male. That is the some cases the most beautiful descending for your coat. In a more aggressive animals like lions and something, the stronger male. Gorilla, the stronger, the more aggressive one. So you see, whatever human beings deem as strength, as security, women will naturally go towards that.
But my brother,
That is why the quenga, the you call them stocky, we call them croft, whatever, scammer, whatever. Women go towards them because they are seen as strong.
hold on.
Because the characteristics, well, on the way I talk about good characteristics, you're kind, you're loving, you're this, you're that. You know, see that as strength. You
And
see
as
the
women,
aggression, you
and
see the
it's
man we
like,
go lick you,
yeah,
loudest man, all of that, strength.
and
So the
it's
strength
almost
equals
like
security, so he may go on.
it's almost like we have also gotten to the point where as women, and so this is the point I was getting to, because again, while this one incident, we can unpack so much from this one incident. You know what this come down to? Parenting. This is parenting, because I think the lady say one of the couple of the people them what beat up our daughter is a mother-daughter peer. The
And
mother,
then one of them, she said one of the lady them was a pregnant. One of the lady them in the six is also pregnant.
yeah. So you have a mother and daughter who have tumbled down and beat up the 16-year-old allegedly, and you also have a woman that is pregnant. So you're pregnant, and you see if you go jump in a fight, figure kick and beat and stab and punch and fling buckle. My thing is, as a society, right? And as far as parenting go, this is an indictment also on the type of parents that are, because it's about the whole thing about nature versus nurture. And I think a lot of this stuff that is happening in society is being nurtured. We have
Yes.
parents who don't understand, or who don't understand. But listen, it's not even understand. They themselves don't, they're unhealthy. And I say unhealthy, I'm not even talking about in the sense of physical. Emotionally, mentally, they're unhealthy. They are toxic people who are unhealthy. They don't know how to have healthy relationships, not just
Don't know if we resolve conflict.
not even intimate partner relationships. They don't know.
They don't know if we resolve conflict.
Jamaicans on a whole do not know how to have good relationships with people.
Boundaries, all of that.
The first thing is anger. The first thing we react with anger. First thing right off the bat, anger and violence and rare mash up.
Papa, wait enough.
Crazy.
I said this from the last video. I say, oh, monsters are not born; they are made.
Well, some of them are born, but
But those are exceptions. Those people are born with some form of something wrong with them. It's like a 1% of a 1% of a 0.0%. Those are the exception. You can't tell me say those people are born and kill thousands of somebody every year. Monsters are not born; they are made. And we love blaming on the facts. Yo, we don't have no fathers in their home and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but these are women.
But when say fathers in their home, then who are raising the children? Them that will be the mothers. Yeah. So to me, this just shows you, which I've always said in other conversations we have had privately. Some of the most violent people in Jamaica are women. So if there was a psychologist, there's a psychologist up.
Don't we have a video that talks
about that? Play the Politics Watch. Because Politics Watch, I would suggest people listen to Politics Watch because he's saying the same thing. Where we are saying, we don't like to talk about the negative of Jamaica. We love to try to pretend like nothing happened and Jamaica is all good and every woman is just virtuous and kind. No. We need to admit what is going on here in our country and solve it.
In Jamaica, for the woman in Jamaica, rougher and wickeder, more brutal than enough ordinary men all around the world. When you talk about hardcore, when you talk about beat you, stab you up, cut you up, chop you up, gang you, but no one talk about that still. These are the females, get that in their head. Not a single man was involved in this. Anything back in the head that sound like some underground New York. Back in the day when time war going on New York, I saw the man anything back to the head. Knock out, man. This are the woman them. So this is why I'm not stop talking about certain acidic females, especially the kerosene. But no one give them attention. People who are like they're dangerous too. You hear what the mother say? There is at one point, based on what I'm hearing so far, the latest update, it sounds like even if the little girl pull through, she won't be in no condition where she's going to have any kind of fulfilling life.
He's made a valid point. And we, as a society, we don't like talk about that. We don't like to admit to ourselves, say. And when we say woman violent, people will think it's murder. Because you say, oh, but statistically, woman don't kill nobody. No. When you talk about, as the man said, quick to fight, quick to cut up. Because we have seen so much videos of girls fighting over man. I even mentioned it before, girl, like quick to fight over man. There was a couple years ago, this girl with dead, the school girl with next girl with tabar in her chest, in her heart. And she died a few years ago. School girl, they might fight over man. This is a normal occurrence in society. So when you have a little girl, high school girl, a fight over man, you feel that she just turned 20 and turn a mother and all of a sudden she just turn Angel and she a Mother Teresa. Yeah. What do you think will happen? That same aggression go cultivating at the children.
And the same aggression she have when she is raising her child, and the way how she raises her child is in aggression. So at least you could think the pitney do in buffy man, kuffy man, him yell and scream and scream and yell. So if then you're a mother and that is the way how you raise your kid, angry, yelling, screaming, and cussing and rare, and even, all right, let's say you don't treat your child that way, but you are that way to everybody else. So your pitney grew up seeing you. If one
fight everybody,
you cuss the fly. And if you're somebody don't so look for him bad.
Teacher school reprimand him and him going to tell him mother ready to go fight, teacher.
Ready to go fight. So if that's the type of persons that are raising children, you don't think your child is going to come up and be aggressive and think that this level of aggression is normal?
Thank you.
And this is the society that we have.
That is the conversation
Like this
we need to have as a
of
society.
aggression and the way in which you interact with people is on this aggressive level. And here's the thing: if you, let's say you are like the example me give earlier, when my touched on at Jamaica, and naturally I'm not an aggressive person. But if you are in that environment where you are not necessarily an aggressive person, and you are in a situation like that, and you choose to just play to how you normally are and not be aggressive, people see you as, oh, we can take advantage of that one because, oh, she's not aggressive. So it's then almost, if you're not an aggressive person, then you have to make yourself into this aggressive type of, verbose type of person, just because you don't want to be the one in the pack that is the weak fence.
The weakest link. Weak fence, yes.
Yeah, because like you have said earlier, in the animal kingdom, if you are the one in the pack and you are weak, the other ones turn on you because you know what I mean? And it's crazy. But here's my thing though. Here's the thing. How do we walk this back as a society? Like, we are on the precipice. Like you say, 1,000 people, no, over 1,000 people in Jamaica die every single freaking year.
In the last 10 years.
How do you walk this back? How do you walk this back?
All right. First of all, people, one of the common argument that people say, oh, it's the music, and the music idolize violence. You realize if it's the dance and music were violent, no sell outside of Jamaica?
That's true.
That's like Cartel even say at one point, when I done the gun tune, because make no money for him.
Yeah, gun tune. It doesn't.
Had a society where an artist make a gun tune tomorrow. So yo, like as Masika say, yo, in this Danny I got dead. And nobody played it on the radio. Nobody not give no forward or dance. Nobody no do nothing. He gonna make something else. So it's not the music. Because the music doesn't show you, so it's a reflection of the society.
Yeah, the music is a reflection of the
society. Because if you are singing about violence and I get nothing but forward and you're the biggest and hottest thing in Jamaica,
you're gonna continue.
Something about the society, not the artist.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's not music. Some people say, oh, a game and violent game. But if for violent and gaming take off, Buju Banton sing about kill man and drink blood.
But studies have shown that is not.
What you talk about?
That's not
true. Some people and some recommend them. Oh, pray. God, Jamaica need this prayer. Jesus.
We've been praying.
We are praying for slavery, but we're still staying 400 years in a bondage.
Yeah, we still. I mean,
that's prayer. Obviously, prayer not work as much as we think it work.
No.
What I think we need to have an awakening as a society.
But
I say this to me is a wake-up call.
Come from? Where did awakening come from?
This incident should not have been an outcry incident. It should not have been a reaction incident. It should have been a wake-up call. I don't know how much more incidents like this we need to have before we accept and realize that, we need to change. So, first of all, when you hear your friend say, boy, I'm going to beat the girl, you look and say, no. If you go beat her, you go, guess what? Sometimes it's a misery need company. Sometimes some people need strength in a crowd. When a friend say, yo, I'm going to beat the girl, say, no. We not beat no girl. When your brethren say, yo, boy, this one on a road now, we go quang him. I say, yo, you want to go quang that?
But here's the thing.
So, point I'm trying to make us this. I don't know where that go click in our head. Because we talk about this in the last video, when we the individual, don't ask about police, don't talk about government. We, current fathers, future fathers, mothers, whoever. When are we going to make sure when you tell a child, say, instead of when in trouble at school, lick him back. Remember, let me give one story. I remember this guy was telling his son.
Lick him back. Mm-hmm.
Not he said lick him back. He said, yo, because I remember this at high school and it stood out to me. I not remember what happened. The little man come and cry to his father at the time. Because game shop man there, a Falmouth. And some happened, but the little man is a troublemaker. I know me understand why I'm a troublemaker, because the type of father I have. He come on a ball and he like, he do something and somebody must lick him or something. And the father said, what you have a ball for? If you fight, man, I look at man, man, I like 9. Look up at me. If you fight, you can't manage him. Guess what? Better you take it now, lick him or take it now, tab him, and run come in your yard and me defend you. How much when we as a society go stop telling Pitney them that? Instead of telling Pitney say, when he lick your school, lick him back. Tell him say go tell the teacher. If the teacher don't do nothing, tell me. And instead of me go fight and go lick the next Pitney, or go lick the teacher, or go lick his mother, we go to his school and say, listen, I have an incident where my son or daughter has been bullied by these kids. What is the system in place to make sure that this don't happen? Do we need to have a parent-teachers conference with all the mothers and fathers of these children? And if they don't want to put a stop to it, we expel them or something. When are we going to allow the systems that are in place to work instead of take up things in our own hand? And besides, we have to be strong.
My brother, I don't know. It's like, I think about what I said, but it's almost like, you know, when you see a circle and you say, now which party start there and which party stop?
Which party end? Chicken, what they say, the chicken come first.
The circle is a continuous loop, and you say it's not even a straight line. You say, all right, we have a start, yes, and we have nice is a circle, because I hear what you're saying in even that regard. However, we have a society in which, like you said, like even just like I was thinking, like even in traffic, right? People don't obey traffic lights. Yes, that was like one of my biggest frustrations, even when I was driving, and I'm just like, wait a minute, the light says red, and you have people driving through the nobody, they don't, the basic traffic light, they don't means nothing. Means nothing. It doesn't matter if it's red, green.
The rules are law. Nobody cares about the rules.
Nobody cares about, and that is the thing. Nobody cares about it. You understand me? It's almost like, hold on, if you don't have a policeman there at the traffic light to make sure so they don't follow this, then don't. It's like, this is a society, people don't follow any rules. Them don't follow any kind of
because it's a badness.
But
aggression equals strength.
This is more than badness. You not following traffic light is not more badness. It's just a matter of, listen, I don't want to follow rules. Period. Point blank. Rules.
But that's a matter I show you. Aggression.
I don't care.
The man that is aggressive will make the most nice. Him don't follow rules. Again, and this is why I say the basic is aggression.
Like
violence is just on the spectrum of aggression. Impatience is on the spectrum of aggression. Not following rules is on the spectrum of aggression. Nobody not take no talk. We not have no discipline with dons. And as I said, the new talk is dons and whatever. It's on the spectrum of aggression. You understand? If it's just the woman or the man where we're in our line at KFC or TSPs and the line slow. Where you can hurry up and come give me food? That is a simple example to the man who go kill her because I look on him wrong. It's all on the spectrum of aggression.
But here's the thing, what I need to point out. And I'm looking at this from the individual level, but from a what the word am I look for? I'm gonna say atmosphere. Just becoming have no other word for do it, for look fit. Because you see here's the thing. People who, when they travel outside of Jamaica,
they don't behave like that.
You see, when they reach other countries, that civility is a part of the fabric of that society. Hold on. Civility is the fabric of that society. They conform. So it's not that Jamaicans don't know how to conform. It's not that they don't know how to be civil. But for some reason, the atmosphere in Jamaica is people choose not to. Even if you live a foreign, you follow rules and laws of foreign, you do everything. Listen, like in a COVID, right? We have these people, and the Jamaican government had a hard time with Jamaica with returning residents. Why? When you're there far, when you're there America, you know, or Canada, England, wherever the hell you are, if the government says we have a lockdown, don't move around, don't do this, don't do that, guess what the Jamaicans do that live in these countries? They follow the law. Okay, but why is it that now you touch a Jamaica during COVID
Run up
and the
and down. They
Jamaican
want to
government
visit
says,
everybody.
please minimize your movement because we are in a global pandemic. You know what these people do who would have otherwise followed the law if they were in other countries? They're not business. Then run up and down over the four ports of the world of Jamaica and pass COVID and get everybody. So my thing is, so you see what I'm saying? If you have, and that's for returning resident. If you have someone who get a green card, then parents file for them, and then goes a boom, and then land a foreign. You know what they do? They follow the laws.
But
They
wait,
don't
now.
just drive through stop sign.
Pause now.
They
Pause
don't
now.
like not
Pause now.
stop at stop lights. They don't do any of this stuff. They
No, 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 no,
they
no,
will
no. No,
grumble.
no.
They will grumble, but they will
Not even
conform.
grumble. May make a point. They might follow the line, but see the mentality is still there. Because I've heard incidents of where a simple argument or disagreement, where you just have a civil discussion and a man just walk away. Once a Jamaican involved, top of the advice. Because I have a friend, and I thought I mentioned this in one of my previous video, where I'm there in the States, when him say I'm a Jamaican, people look upon him like, you sure? You sure you're not born so messy? I say, no, I'm a Jamaican. I say, you don't behave like a Jamaican. You behave more civil, actually intelligent. Because we have this, even a foreign, we still have this mentality of aggression. You hear me, I tell you? From Toronto, and I've talked to guests because I work in the hotel industry. Many guests, they will tell you, Jamaican women, Jamaican men, Toronto, all over, we are still seen as aggressive. So yes, we follow the rule. We might have broken stoplight. But to with day-to-day interaction with people, the same aggressive mentality. The same me not take disrespect. The same me quick to fight you. So what about people not interact with certain places where Jamaicans there, other people not go. I'm not saying this off the top of my head. I have talked to people from Toronto and them said this and like over this, oh, that's where the Jamaicans live. We just go over there go party because the vibe's nice. But nobody know want to live amongst them. Because they're aggressive. You hear me? I tell you, so yes, they follow the rule, you know. Yes, they might stop at the stoplight, but the mentality not really change. Trust me. You can talk to people go up on farm work, talk to some other people in other states or other parts of the world, and they will tell you. Jamaicans still seen as you, some people that have no sense. Can always behave and always resolve conflict. You hear me? I tell you?
Here's my thing. Maybe one of the things that on a governmental level, because we have to start implementing, like in the educational system. I don't know if they can incorporate this maybe we need, that's one, we need to incorporate social workers in schools, like on all levels, from basic school all the way up to college, I mean UE. And then I think one of the things that maybe the government has to, and is sad that we have to put this on a governmental level, but it's like we need it from all sides. It's like we also need like a course or something in school from the kindergarten, conflict resolution, because we don't know how to resolve conflict without using our fist, or using hot word, or quarreling and carrying on. Like, I'm telling you, we need to start making, our country is too beautiful. Like the sun, the sea, the sand, the food. Yo, when Jamaicans have vibes, yo, the vibes nice. Like we not nice like Jamaican party and vibes when things turn up. But it's almost like as a nation, as a people, we're schizophrenic. It's like,
we call it insanity.
No.
Long time I tell people Jamaica insane.
Maybe the better word is like narcissistic. It's like, because a narcissistic person is, when they're nice, they're super nice. Like, but they're only nice to you because you are beneficial to them. So if you're beneficial to them and they will be nice to you and make sure that you, but if once you become, if you're not beneficial to them anymore, or you cross them, or they see you as a threat, or they see you as anything that is not like somehow beneficial to them, they will treat you like shit. They will go out
Yo,
of their way to make sure that your
let's
life
say that, you know.
live in
You
hell.
know,
I
you
feel
know,
like
yes.
as a country, if there was a diagnosis that you say
Mhm.
Jamaica equals narcissism, I
You
swear to
know,
God, like how do we as a country produce so much
why?
narcissism?
You know, because it called me to say culture
Either,
gone.
either
Tell
narcissism.
her this, we idolize violence, aggression as strength. And
And
when
you,
you talk about threat, you know, when you talk about threat, you know, me I give you an example, like in a workplace, and other people can probably share this in the comment. You want somebody with good at work, you know,
Mhm.
and make somebody up, one position up for supervisor.
And you
In name your life.
straight.
And no, you are no competition, you are no a threat to them getting that position. They are probably, some people say, I'll hold you. Even
Yep.
if he say, you get you over him. Kick where your foot, all malice, you don't, all of a sudden, you don't know good again, he tap chat to you. There are countless examples of this because I have
I'm
my
telling
own
you,
examples of this. Me
I
and
was
people,
I was
and one position up, and me decide say no, so me will get it. All of a sudden, me and them no good again
yeah.
because I'm no a threat. We are no competition. I'm like, yo, it's just a position. Who the better man get it? It don't really matter. No.
You know, maybe we should do a series on it because I recently started reading this book or Audible, and this lady's her specialization is narcissism, and like it just clicking on my head. It's like all the stuff, all the characteristics of a
Narcissistic
person
trait.
that is
Some
as
shape
a
or form.
narcissist. Is like maybe one day what we should do is like go through all the different characters and say,
Like
yo,
one episode for each
this is
characteristic.
Jamaica. This is Jamaica. It's like as a country, if even if I don't know if a country can be like labeled in that way, but it's like we are producing a lot of
It,
people with
it's culture.
narcissistic
We
tendencies.
call it culture. It's culture and mindset because the mindset of a country you can call it the culture of the
Yeah.
country.
The
Yeah.
culture of the country is we're producing more people with narcissistic tendencies. And it's and with that, because the whole point of one of the things that really stood out in this book is like narcissists, they're the ones that we see as their whole thing is, and they don't see anything wrong with it. That is the problem, because it benefits them to be aggressive. It benefits them to like just run over people. If they do whatever is necessary for them to get ahead, they don't care about nobody else other than themselves, and they only have people around them to the extent that those people benefit them. And if you don't benefit them, dog, nyam your supper. And as a country and as a culture, like,
We have so
and
much examples of just that.
yes, and when they're good and they're good, trust me, they love on you. They're so good. Like, you know, it just reminds me of the culture of Jamaica. Like when Jamaicans are good and party up and everything nice and they must sweet talk up the visitor them, you're like, oh no, oh Jamaica. But then the underside is just crazy bad. And
Bad
there's no
mind, and
and there's
we
no
have
and
so
there's
much
no
being feed.
middle. You
Bad
know what I mean?
mind, accuracy.
And there's no middle either. And even the niceness is not, it's a facade. It's a facade because they don't want you to see the bad part of them because they're not going to get what they want. The nicest is a facade.
So yo, so the end of the day, what me have to say about this, about the whole Kaylan thing,
Yeah.
is a wake up call.
It
This
needs
is not a moment for your ball. This is not a moment for your the mother for cry or fear her kid. She feel the pain and she put her out.
we need to
This is
push
not
the
a
change.
situation for the country for ball and make nice and outcry and call for wickedness and justice and murder. No. This is a wake up call for we to realize that yo,
We need to
we
change.
have gone on this path and this road for too long. And what can we do as a society, as
We
an
need to walk it
individual,
back.
as each of us, to walk this shit back?
Yep. And like you said earlier, when it comes to churches, we have to do more than pray. Like we've been praying for so long, we probably need to, and telling people, you need to repent and all this other shit. I mean, I understand that's a part of the theology and doctrine, but I think along like with the government teaching conflict resolution, I think churches, because you'd be surprised how many of them dog people sitting at the pews and then go church every Sunday and them heart no have no love. And Saturday, no love. I'm nothing in them. I am saying that as church, they need to like be more action and less of this praying and preaching down at people thing. You need to start teaching people in your congregation about walking out love. You know what I'm saying? Not
but
just
what love a neighbor actually look like.
What does that actually look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? What does it look like? You know what I'm saying? And also teach your people, how do you resolve conflict? Like
they will come.
They need to know how to resolve conflict. Like I'm yet to see a church that has a seminar on conflict resolution. Teach your people them how to resolve conflict.
All they teacher just love thy neighbor.
You know,
love thy neighbor, I love your enemy like yourself and turn your other cheek.
but listen, if you love yourself, or if you love the people them in your house by box and kick and thump and cuss them, what you that do to your neighbor? Cause me not treat my people them no more better than me box and thump and kick them. So my neighbor, what you think I got them to them? You know what I mean? Like the churches, to me, we have, I think we have the most churches per capita. We're in the Guinness World Book. There, come on, churches. We need to do we need to do some more work. Start teach people like conflict resolution skills. What does it actually look like, feel like, smell like, taste like to be like to this love walk? You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And then also, you know, the other part is here's the other thing. Nobody knows how to be vulnerable. How you gonna have a relationship? It's even in your house with your children if you don't know how to be vulnerable. And mothers are not teaching their children what vulnerability looks like. Fathers aren't. So when they get outside of your home, what do they know about that? What the hell do they know about that? Nothing. You know? And just to, again, like you said, wrapping up, you know, the other striking thing that this mom says that stood out to me, she said, my daughter is a fighter. She not trouble nobody, but if you trouble her, she will fight you. You know what that tell me? Say your daughter this is not her first go around, right? Catching up in a big fight with people. Yeah. So
as I said before, this is not.
So she want to make you know, say, no, this time around, I know she start the fight. I know she not responsible for the fight. And people bring fight to her, so she have to fight them. So my thing is, if your daughter have to walk around, whether it's 5 fight or 6 fight, feel like a whole year, she have about 10 fight. What is going on?
But that's the point I try and make. That's the point I made from the earlier. This is normal. Let us not pretend and cry out and all of this alabaloo. This is the society we have. These are the children that we raise. This is normal.
So we need the church and the government to work together.
It's unfortunate that this is the outcome for the little girl, but this is nothing new.
Yeah.
Let us not pretend.
We need the church and the government to work together. No more prayer breakfast, but we need them to sit down and come up with a plan. Okay, this is how we are going to execute it. The government are going to tackle it from this angle, and the church will tackle it from this angle. And then we have community organization,
policing, community organization, all of this shit.
Like we have to tackle it from all them.
More police on the ground now go solve it. Harsher penalties now go solve it. We have to change the mindset and the heart of the culture.
Of the people.
We have to change the heart of it.
We need the entertainers to join in because they have a huge pull in the country. Maybe they should say, you know what, for an entire next 3 to 4 years, no more gun tune. I'm telling you, like, Footer Hype jump on the Instagram. Hold on. If Footer Hype can jump on the Instagram, Tony Mataran jump on the Instagram, and them say one word and whole spot blow up on social media and viral and them something there. If these men, them selectors, Mataran, Footer Hype, all of the selector man them say, listen, if you produce a gun tune, yeah, me release it on your album, good thing, you know, whatever. But when we are juggle, we're not doing it for at least a year. I'm just saying, right? Or a 2 year. We
So
now
we don't know.
no gun.
Let us sum up with this. We ask the question, say, oh, how we walk it back,
How we walk it back.
and you just answer that question perfectly. You gotta take a collaborative effort between all stakeholders, from the church, the government,
Yep.
entertainment sector, all of the stakeholders. Then we have a part of influence within the collective of the country. We come up with a strategy, come up with a plan. Maybe we say for a year, this we are do.
Yep.
Let us drown out the negativity in our mind, in our heart. Let's try to drown this out for a year.
Yep.
At least, and see what happens.
Yep.
Let us pump in something else different and see what happens for a year.
Yep.
Other than prayers.
Along with prayer.
Fine, along with but yo, this has been the Nasty Exchange.
Yes.
Join the exchange, like share your thoughts, share your views.
Yes, please.
And
please.
what we have said about the society. Do you feel this is true? Do you feel this is incorrect? What are your own experiences when it comes to violence and the world, as me said, the culture of aggression, where aggression is strength? What you feel about that? How that even impact and come out in your life? Where you probably violent and aggressive, but you have to be violent and aggressive just to survive. So share, join the exchange.
As our country is a small country, we have other countries that have even gone through civil war and them something there.
And so many people now dead.
And so much people now did that year. So something needs to change. You know what I'm saying? And it's full time now. We just stop talk. We need action. And yeah, we need to walk this back. And it like you said, we have to do is from the government to the entertainers to the church and community activists. We have to come together and come up with a plan and like you say, put the plan in action because of the mind of the people them need to change. Yeah. The culture has to change for us to see anything different.
Because other than that, you're gonna have Wally, you have already have many Kaylans.
We're gonna have
more Kaylans.
But not only that, this is also going to this is also affecting and shortening the lives of our younger children, because there's also in the news, and this is going to be our next video about the 6-year-old that got abducted and face bashed in and thrown into the sewer.
Stick a pin.
Stick a pin.
Next time on the exchange.
Next time on the exchange. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Please leave your comments below and join the conversation and share. We added some subscribers from our last video, so thank you guys for subbing. We need some more subscribers. So guys, share the video with your friends and family all over the world and let's join the conversation about change.
Join the exchange.
Peace out.
Later, guys.